Well, it is almost deer season. Archery season will be open up here in Arkansas in less than a month. So it's time to build some arrows. These are going to be the exact same arrows I've been shooting during 3D, but I'm going to make some up that are just for my my hunting this year. I'm just using, these are super cheap gold tip blemish 400 spines. I'm not sure exactly what broadhead I'm going to run. Maybe these Snuffers, or I may do some Zwickey Deltas. I like both broadheads, so we'll try. I may wind up doing 2 of each. I don't mind carrying different types of broadheads. I actually kind of find it to be somewhat nice to have a couple options. I can run one of the Zwickeys if I have a coyote or something like that come in, and if I lose a broadhead or damage it on something like that, it doesn't bother me as bad as if I shoot something more expensive like this or Simmons Tree Sharks or something like that. First thing we're going to do though is make some arrow wraps. I'm going to show you how I make my own arrow wraps. Real cheap, real easy. This is just a straight line cutter. I actually bought this one at Goodwill. I think I paid $1.50 for it. The big thing with this, when you're making these, buy good vinyl. This is the Cricket brand vinyl. They sell it at Walmart. I'm going to do them in white. Gloss seems to hold better for some reason. I don't really know why. What you'll have to do is figure out the circumference of your arrows, and what I do is start with the length I want my wraps to be. In this case, 7 inches. Pull that down, make my cut. It's done. This can go back in the tube. Now I have a 7 by 12 inch strip of vinyl. Most of your standard diameter arrows are going to be about the same. The ones I have cut previously to these are 1 1/8 inches. So I'm just going to lay this in here. And here's my 1 inch mark. I'm going to come over to the 1/8 inch past that. Make sure everything is lined up in there like I want it. Cut my first wrap. It's that simple. Get the rest of these cut and we'll get them put on some arrows. All right. I'm going to put an arrow wrap on here now. Throw this down here just a little bit. It's trash. So, what I do, I'll put these wraps on. Now I have been making these like this for years, and they work really well. The trick is to buy good vinyl. I bought the vinyl and stuff from like Dollar Tree, and it just does not work. It doesn't stick back to itself. It doesn't stick strong enough. The Cricket vinyl does really good, and then the Silhouette, I can't remember what the number is on it. 6 something, but I can't remember what it is. It's a permanent vinyl, and it holds up really well. But I will start on there, and I will leave an overhang or try to put it in the middle, but line it up with my knock. And I'll work my shortest side down first. Once I have that all smoothed out, then I'll work the other side. Just roll it up, smooth it out, get all those air bubbles out, and just kind of work up and down it. And that's what you're left with. Next, I'm going to square up my arrows. Honestly, don't remember where I got this. I think I got it off eBay, but it's just a 3D printed arrow squaring jig. These are full length arrows too. So put my inserts in. I'm going to use this hot melt. This is a stick of hot melt glue I got from Lancaster. It was their 10-inch shop stick, and I just cut it in half. I've got the other half in a little bow caddy thing I use when I'm working on bows. It's where most of my stuff is anytime I need to do something. But I like hot melt because if I need to change the position of my broadhead, I have the ability to do that with hot melt. You don't have so much of that if you epoxy it in. So if I want my broadhead to be sitting on my arrow shelf, you know, like that, to where I can kind of line up my vertical, or if I'm shooting a 2-blade, even have it sitting that way or flat, I can tweak that broadhead on there. But when you're tuning, the hot melt comes in really handy, because you can, if I go, well, it's still too stiff, or not too stiff, if it's too weak, you can then take a lighter to that field point, heat it up, pop your insert out, cut your arrow down, put your insert back in, and see if you're more where you want to be at that point. So I fletch with a Bitzenberger jig. I like to do a 4 fletch. And I'm going to do 3-inch feathers. At least on 2 of them, and then I'm going to do 3-inch yellow trad veins on the other 2 arrows. So I got 2 fletched up with 3-inch feathers. These other two we're going to fletch up with 3-inch trad vanes. I know there's been a lot of people that's been back and forth on the trad vanes. I like them. I haven't had any issue with them. I've enjoyed them. They don't, water doesn't affect them. Rain, they hold up well. They may get a little wrinkly looking, but they keep shooting straight. I don't have any problems out of them. I really do like the trad vanes a lot, and they seem to shoot well whether you're shooting them off a shelf or elevated rest. They shoot good either way. But I like to have a couple set up with trad vanes and a couple set up with feathers. Just that way, if I do get out there and it starts raining, my feathers get wet and slick down, I've got something I know is going to fly good. But I've got a ton of feathers, so I really don't mind shooting feathers, but I don't have to if I don't want to. I like the trad vanes just as well. The only thing is I can fletch an arrow with feathers a lot faster than I can fletch one with trad vanes, because I don't have to wait on glue to dry. Here's our finished product. These broadheads still have to be sharpened. This is a trad vane arrow. See, that one's spinning good. And this is a snuffer. Spinning nice. Again, these will have to be sharpened. They're dull as they can be. But the nice thing about one of these 3 blades like these snuffers is you can literally lay them flat on a stone and just work them back and forth. Once you develop a barrel on that side, and you flip them over and you work them down again. Work that side. There ain't no keeping angles or nothing. It's just pretty well flat work. Well, thank you guys for following along on this video. Trying to get some of these arrows fixed up and ready for bow season. I hope y'all have a fantastic deer season. And if you enjoy this type of content, click that like and subscribe button, and I'll catch you on the next one. Thank you. God bless.